What's up, guys? It's Mac. We're back. Today we're gonna go, well, this afternoon I guess, we're gonna go scanning through this little pike bay up here, do some casting and see what we can pull through. Fingers crossed. Water's warming up nicely. We got 60 degrees back here, and hopefully we can strum something big up. Oh god. This time of year, basically for pike, it's all about, oh man, that camera's crooked. It's all about just water temperature. So right now we're basically just looking for warm water. We're in a south facing bay that's getting some direct sunlight and hopefully some giant pike. Basically what those pike do is this time of year they go up into these bays after they spawn and they just sit there and sit in the sun to try to speed up their metabolism before they start feeding heavy. So typically you'll see the pike in these shallow bays like this, just sitting in the warm water in the sunlight, kind of similar to how you'll see like a snake or a lizard just kind of sitting in the sun warming up. Right now I'm just bombing around Rapella, subwalk. One of my favorite springtime baits for pike, just because it's a super good pull pause bait. Lots of twitches, lots of pauses, and it straight up gets bit. That was almost ugly. There's one. Little guy. Just a little pup. Just a little pipsqueak of a pike here. Little gaffer. Alright, so I'm going to change out this subwalk and I'm going to put on a floating Savage Gear line through trout here. There's just a little 8-inch bait, not too big, but it'll keep me up out of the weeds here a bit. Let's get back up to my perch here. Man, the trolling motor just makes a mess of the bay. The water in here is so dark. It's just like tea. Oh man, I do got it. Man, this fish like hit me and swam towards me, and then I thought I lost it, and then it started pulling again. And I freaking hog-tied it in the belly. Not supposed to bite like that, bro. Dude. Number 2. Off like a bullet. Trying out the Rapella Otis. This is another killer. This one doesn't even have any eyeballs left, so it's been around. It's been beaten abused and used. Getting a few more follows in here. But nothing too serious yet. This water in here is so dark, it's so hard to see your follows. Keep getting follows. Oh man, had a good jam there. One just followed her up here, and this one's covered in scars. Must be a dumb one. Maybe they're after the smaller meals. Oh man. They're just like pouncing it. Oh my goodness. The water's like so dark and you can't see them, but then all of a sudden you see a few. I'm gonna try casting a little bit of a smaller bait. I'm gonna downsize from this Otis down to, I think it's called a Berkeley cull shad, is what I think it's called. I'm gonna put it on though. I don't necessarily love the colors of it for this kind of color water, but this little cull shad here, small profile, hopefully these fish eat it. It's quite light, so I can work it pretty slow too. Oh man, first cast got hit already. And again. Oh boy. That's why we use a little bit bigger baits. Holy bro. We use a little bit bigger baits to try to get away from fish like you, dude. Gonna grab the pliers for this one. Little pipsqueak. So the ones that were following me in were definitely not that small. Yeah, this water's honestly like looking into a cup of black coffee. Just so dark. I just had a better fish follow me in. Like I said, when these temperatures, like in the spring like this, you can be in these bays and like they can be world-class fishing, and the next day they can just suck, but the fish are still there. It's just that the temperatures just aren't lining up. Which, I mean, right now, the temperature should be lining up. Like, we're at 63 degrees. Typically, that's kind of ideal. Just as I say that, eh? But, typically, that's ideal temperatures. Not a bad fish. Not great. Not brutal. I'm going to engulf the cull shad. Easy there, buddy. You're barely hooked, bro. You're barely hooked, bro. Super fat, super healthy little pike. Like I said, not a giant by any means, but nice, fat, healthy gator. So like I was saying there with the temperatures, when the temperatures just aren't lining up, you can be in the best spots and the fish are there, they're just not biting. Little guy again. Fish is a fish though. Super fat for such a short fish. Stocky. Another pike. Room for improvement. Definitely seems like the cull shad is doing a lot better than the bigger baits. I haven't seen any like mega like giants so far yet in here, but like I said, as you guys can see too, the water's so dark in here. It's very hard to see the follows as is. So there could be some giant fish in here, and I'm sure that there is. Another pipsqueak. This one's got some gnarly wounds on it. This one's definitely been beat up pretty heavily. It's time. Again, no giant, but it's pike. Look at that. A little gnarly gash there on its side. Easy there. Catching fish. Pike fishing is definitely something like, it's fun. It's fun fishing for pike. You know, you catch fish and it's aggressive usually. There's nothing more fun than just feeling that huge crunch, that huge take. So much aggression. I definitely plan on filming more pike stuff this summer, as I'll be given a little bit more time to go and film some more stuff like this. And I want to try to figure out the pike on the cranberries too, so that's something I'll be focusing on this summer. So there'll be a few more pike videos coming out this summer yet. And again, if there's any like suggestions or questions about the pike fishing and what I'm doing, like gear wise or whatever, comment down below. Let me know if you want a specific video about pike gear, leaders, whatever, right? I'm just gonna zip us up here a bit, and we're gonna cast up around this rock here in the middle. Pike aren't like bass, like where they'll sit on certain structure specifically. Like pike cruise around quite a bit. Oh, look at that big swirl right there. So like I said, like they'll sit up at the surface like that, sunning. And obviously I spooked that one there with the boat. Not that it would have eaten anyway, being up high sunning like that, but they definitely do that. So right now I'm just going back over the spot where I casted with the subwalk earlier to see if the smaller bait will entice some of these fish too. Because I was definitely getting some follows and some looks over here. I just couldn't connect with a little bit bigger bait. Had a little one follow me in there. Well, pike fishing is definitely super important to always have some good sunglasses on. There we go. That one hit it. Not big by any means. Another medium. But yeah, having some good sunglasses is always important for pike, especially because you're using bigger baits. Stuff can fly around and cause some damage. But also to be able to see these fish follow you in. And the boat side take can be pretty sweet. Another little gaffer. Whew. And away she goes. Oh man. Another pipsqueak. Dude. Not what we're after. All right, well that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. There's some rain starting to come down in the horizon out here. So I'm gonna get back to the dock and get these cameras put away before the footage gets ruined. Thank you guys for watching. I know it's a short video, short and sweet, but there'll be more to come. Stay tuned. Like I said, comment down below if you guys would like some more pike stuff and what specific pike stuff you guys would like to see. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure episode, segment, whatever you want to call it. Peace out.